Hello, everyone. My name is Mackenzie, and I am made up of my experiences, relationships, cultures, and subcultures. This is my personal iceberg. I grew up in an all American, middle to upper class suburban family in Massachusetts. My grandmother always said, "You get what you pay for." Wealth in my family was very important, and it was to be protected by the men and spent by the women. There are many layers to my dysfunctional family. However, I did learn to always wave to neighbors, smile at strangers, hold the door for others, and offer help whenever needed. When people visit my home for the first time, what they notice is the amount of books I have. My shelves are always an open library to all my friends and family. I love all things food. I grow it, cook it. Most of all, I enjoy the fruits of my labor. When people visit, I always have a menu planned. My husband and I make a perfect team in the kitchen. Yes, I talk to my pets. I believe it's a reflection of a truly loving pet parent. When I'm at home with my husband and daughter, I'm a goofball. We dance, we sing, and we laugh together always. I'm willing to talk to anyone, especially about politics. It may come across as rude to some people, but I believe it's important for people to openly talk about it. As long as I'm treated with respect, I'll always like you. My pet peeves are when people talk over me or talk condescendingly. Restaurant subculture will always be a part of me. Anything important I learned in life, I learned from being a server. I never realized I had a Boston accent until I moved to Vermont and I was laughed at for saying margarita. I'm definitely a masshole in some ways, especially when I'm driving. Beneath the surface, I work pretty hard to keep up with my mental health. I'm an adult of I'm an adult child of alcoholics, which has created some social obstacles for me throughout my life. My parents divorced when I was a teen, and my mother would let the fridge go empty sometimes. I taught myself to cook so I could take care of myself and my siblings. At times, I must remind myself that I'm safe now and that I don't need to be in survival mode all the time. As an adult, I've chosen to take care of myself. I spent a lot of time caring for my family members when I was growing up. My mother, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother all had difficult mother-daughter relationships. I hope to learn from our history and keep a strong bond between my daughter and myself. I've learned that compassion for others has been the most successful part of my healing process. I live by the philosophy that I'm certain of nothing and can always learn from somebody else. I'd like to live a life of travel and have endless experiences. And my ultimate responsibility is providing a safe and loving environment for my family. The many ways we express ourselves and tell stories through art is really my favorite part of being a fellow human. By using the iceberg theory, I've recognized the difference between who I am and what I allow others to see. Moving forward, I'll try to allow myself to be a little more vulnerable. I think allowing myself to be more vulnerable to others and opening up about my life might help others feel comfortable opening up about their stories. Thank you for listening.